Nick Risby on the way after the news at 10 o'clock. I shall leave you with a final thought all this week. They come from Claire Jacobs, who blogs as singleparentpessimist.co.uk. Yesterday we heard about her mental health journey. Tonight it's the highs and lows of having a long-distance relationship.
I live in Brighton, and I've been a single parent for nearly 7 years by the time I met my partner, who lives in Suffolk. We have been in a long-distance relationship now for a year and a half. And we travel to see each other between Ipswich and Brighton nearly every weekend. So we clock up 272-mile round trip each weekend for the pleasure. Long distance isn't easy, especially when we both have our own young children, working lives and homes to maintain. He does a lot more of the travel because I have a lot more responsibilities down here, unfortunately. And I do struggle with getting a dog and an 8-year-old up there every weekend, doing that lovely long journey. He's a brilliant bathroom fitter and spends most of his days travelling across Suffolk, so I quite admire the fact that after a hard week of doing that, he will drive on a Friday night 136 miles down to see me and still have a smile on his face when he gets here. We've maintained the relationship so far by, I think, mainly modern technology, video chats where we can actually see each other on the screen. It makes such a difference to just phone calls, and social media where we get to see what each other's been up to and we post things, and music is a big thing for us. It can be so hard sometimes to not have him there for the little things, really, just like chilling with him once I put my little boy to bed, having him there at dinner time so we can chat about what our days have been like. And even sort of having him around when the taps decide to leak and I haven't got a clue what to do. And he can just work his magic on it. On the 29th of February this year, the leap year, I proposed to him using the Sun newspaper of all platforms to use. It was a big surprise for him to wake up and see that in the newspaper. And he said yes. I suppose where we end up, though, is another thing that we've got to try and work out, especially with us both having children in different counties. And obviously having to think about their needs and their other parents, which can be quite a tricky thing. When we first started getting to know each other, we both realised pretty quickly that we both love music in quite a similar way. We kind of use it to identify our own feelings, almost like therapy sometimes. And we have very similar tastes in those sort of deeper, meaningful songs. The song I've picked to play today reminds me of when we first got together, and I think it's our song, really. It reminds me of the dates we had in Woodbridge. We went to the Maybush Inn, one of our favourite pubs actually, to have a meal looking at the lakes and the rivers, walking on Ipswich waterfront's a big one, and the day trips we've had to Felixstowe and to Woodbridge and to many of the other little villages across Suffolk that he likes to show me each time I go up there. I mean, this song shares, I think, how we feel about each other, and it's something that I love listening to during those moments where I struggle with him not being around me and knowing he's not going to be there at the end of the day. It kind of just lifts me up a little bit and helps me feel closer to him when he's not here. So I chose Here With Me by Marshmello featuring Churches.
Can I tell you something just between you and me?